Hi, guys. Welcome to America Matters. Hi, nice to see you again. So, yeah, lots happening here in America. Our United States matter, and our rights matter. And so what's happening? Well, let me share my screen with you.
This news chief White House correspondent, Nancy.
Here we go.
The Biden administration is facing mounting pressure to enact tougher gun measures after yesterday's shooting in Boulder and last week's massacre in Atlanta, Georgia. As we've been reporting all morning long, at least 10 people were shot and killed at a grocery store yesterday, and this comes after 8 people, the majority of whom were of Asian descent, were gunned down last week.
What about the other 2?
Massacres reignited the debate surrounding gun reform in this country, but it is unclear if the White House and Congress have enough support to pass new legislation. So for more on this, let's bring in CBS News Chief White House correspondent, Nancy.
So basically, they're going to say the same thing they always say. Democrats want to take our guns away. They want to repeal gun laws. They want to affect gun manufacturers and ammunition manufacturers. They want to filibuster. They want to do away with the filibuster so that they can ramrod their laws through. Yeah, well, you know what? Our laws, our rights are God-given rights. Article 1, they're messing with that already. Freedom of speech. Congress shall make no law respecting establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, of abridging the freedom of speech or of the press or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for readiness, redress, and grievances. Okay, that's 1. Article 2, a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a state, free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. You know, if they take all of the good guys' guns away, do they think that just all the guns are just gonna disappear? Oh, no, because all the bad guys will find their guns, black market, on the street, they steal them, and then what? What's gonna happen? You're gonna have us sitting at home without our guns, and then the next thing you know, bad guy's gonna come and rob and do all the bad things that they want to do. And how are we supposed to defend ourselves? I mean, am I supposed to go get a hammer and like defend myself with a hammer or a steak knife or a baseball bat? I'm sorry. I am a proud supporter of the Second Amendment, and this is just a bunch of hooey. This is a psyop. This is what they've done for years, and it wouldn't surprise me if they hadn't planned it, had a guy, MK Ultra, and got just like they had the shooting in Las Vegas. That was they were trying to kill the Arabian Prince, and Trump saved his butt. But no, I mean, they set up all these shootings. I mean, Colorado Columbine. I wouldn't be surprised if the government wasn't behind that. They have these mass shootings occur, like Georgia, Colorado. Colorado seems to be happening a lot in future event. You know, from time ago, I can remember years back, it was like Colorado this, Colorado that. It's a shame. It's a beautiful state, and it's run by these Democrats, and just like these other states, you know, where these things happen. California, we've got our own problem. You know, I was just reading last night where the 9th District Court has now said that you can't have a concealed carry or open carry permit. You cannot carry a weapon on you. I think it was like 7-3 voted for this. So yeah. See, and Newsom, What a nuisance. We should call him Nuisance Newsom. I mean, this guy, we've got the signatures to get him out of here. And now what is he saying? Well,
the chief proponent of this, and forgive me, this is just objective truth. The chief proponent of this recall petition supports putting microchips into migrants, into immigrants. The other proponents, the top 10 proponents, the people that are behind this are members of the 3 percenters, the right-wing militia group, the Proud Boys, supported the insurrection, are folks that quite literally enthusiastically support QAnon conspiracies. And so that's the origin here. Now, as it relates to the people that signed this petition, it just takes 1/4 of people that supported Donald Trump to put a petition on the ballot, or rather a recall on the ballot. We're one of just 19 states in the country that allows this process, but we have the lowest threshold in America. And of course, you're all very familiar. We had a recall not too many years ago in 2003. And so Whoopi, it goes to your original question. Am I worried about it? Of course I'm worried about it. The nature of these things, the up or down question, the zero-sum nature of the question is challenging and vexing. And so, you know, we're taking it seriously. I have to do my job every single day, but I'm going to fight this thing because I'm going to fight for California values and the things I hold dear. And I think the vast majority of Californians, regardless of their political stripes, hold dear.
Yeah, right. Okay, thank you very much. We need to get rid of this guy ASAP.
Day after day to earn a secure retirement.
So the other thing I wanted to show you, which I really like what Ted Cruz had to say. Okay, here we go.
And every time there's a shooting, we play this ridiculous theater where this committee gets together and proposes a bunch of laws that would do nothing to stop these murders. Senator from Connecticut just said the folks on the other side of the aisle have no solutions. Well, the senator from Connecticut knows that is false. And he knows that's false because Senator Grassley and I together introduced legislation, Grassley-Cruz, targeted at violent criminals, targeted at felons, targeted at fugitives, targeted at those with serious mental disease, to stop them from getting firearms, to put them in prison when they try to illegally buy guns. What happens in this committee after every mass shooting is Democrats propose taking away guns from law-abiding citizens because that's their political objective. But what they propose, not only does it not reduce crime, it makes it worse. And every time there's a shooting, we play.
So that's true. That is a lot of what happens every single time. Yep. So now where do we go? What's going to happen now? I don't know. Question is, I like the fact that Cruz is standing up for us, and some of the Republicans, well, you know, I'm not sure about all of them, but there are a few that I do agree with, and Cruz would be one of them. Chuck Grassley, Josh Hawley. So we'll see where that takes us. But people, if Trump is going to do something, I hope and pray that he'll do it soon, because I mean, I'm not calling the shots behind the scenes, and I know that there's a lot that they're dealing with right now. But my fear is the American people, you know, the conservatives, the MAGA people. We've been cool. We've been holding it together, holding the line for a long time. But people are getting pushed and pushed and pushed. And they really, you know, the globalist elites, you know what their plan is really, guys. They want to push us into a civil war. They want to push our buttons, the wokeism and the racism, and you know, they're trying to push our buttons in every way they can. So we can't just give in to them. You know, we have to hold the line, be of faith, and you know that even though we don't see our main guys in front of the camera right now, they're there moving mysteriously behind the scenes, behind the curtain, doing stuff to help us. And we just have to just be calm, okay? The other thing I was going to talk about was with this racism stuff. I live in California. Yeah, I know, right? I'm in NorCal. But Newsom has been a nuisance for a long time. I don't even think that those fires that we had last summer are natural fires. I saw a video clip. I haven't been able to find it though again, where there was a helicopter, almost like a military type helicopter, and there was a guy sitting with the door open. And he's sitting there with like this giant flamethrower, and they were flying along a tree line, setting these trees on fire. And it just happened to be in the same place where they want to put in this massive special train line in there. And I'm thinking, that's kind of funny, but I have been meeting more and more people in my area that are done with the mask. You can kind of tell. You start having a conversation and it's just like all the signs are there, and pretty soon it's like, yeah. And you figure out who you are and who the other people are. But I have had plenty of conversations with some African American women who were very nice, very pleasant, very fun to talk with. And they agreed. They're like, this is BS. We all bleed the same red American blood, okay? She's like, well, today it was the blacks, then now it's the Asians. She told me, oh, next week, what's it gonna be? Indians? I said, no, maybe it'll be the Mexicans, because we have this big border chaos going on, which is the other thing. Trump had that under control, and it was humane and it was organized and it worked well. And all Biden had to do was just finish that fencing, and just stick to the guidelines that he already had put in place, the policies. Trump had talked to the gentleman running Mexico, and they had a really good understanding and agreement. And now what are we dealing with? Human trafficking, child trafficking, most likely. I'm pretty sure there's abuse, physical abuse, sexual abuse going on with the women and children coming across the border. I'm very interested to see these so-called senators that are going down to the border tomorrow, and see what kind of report they come up with. Of course, they've invited news to come down there. Well, let's see who shows up and how the spin goes on that. But when you're watching these programs, people, please keep in mind, look up Project Mockingbird, okay? It's a mind psyop. They're feeding you propaganda. They want you to if they say it enough times on all the channels, they believe that they can make you believe what they're saying. It's all a game, just like rhinos and Democrats. So you have rhinos, you have Democrats, right? And they pretend that they're opposing each other. Really what they're doing is they're playing for the same team. And if you place a bet on both sides, no matter what side wins, you're making money, you're winning, right? So they play against each other so that they don't lose, and it's crazy. I'm so sorry that it's taken us this many years to catch up to them and see what they're doing. We see you, we know what you're doing, and justice is coming. That's all I can say. And for the American people, we have rights. We got to stand up and say, no, these are our rights. You can't take our guns. You can't tell me I'm a racist because I'm a certain color of skin. I am a godly person. I have been to church. I believe in Jesus Christ. And I tell you what, I have always been one to help my community and my friends and my neighbors and whoever else in my country. It doesn't matter what you look like on the outside. We're all the same on the inside. We might have different belief systems. We might have different cultures or religion, but we're still people. People are people. Sounds like a famous song. People are people. Yeah. So enough of this clown show. I'm like, just like you guys, I'm like, tick, tick, tick. How much longer are we going to deal with this? I stay focused and happy about the fact that we do have this Jasara Nasara coming our way. And that's going to be something so beautiful. It's going to be miraculous. The more I look into this with the med beds and the security of our money with the gold back, and the fact that we're no longer a corporation, we're now honestly a republic, like we started out before the Civil War and England got their hands back on us again, and the globalists and Rome and all of them. I thank you for tuning in. This is Positively You, but we are positively and making a change. We're going to encompass the news as it comes in as quickly as we can get our hands on it, the actual factual news, bring it to you folks, mock the left and show them for what they really are, with their Kool-Aid hair and their crazy eyes and their Marxist values, and these people, this younger generation. How many people my age I've talked to that they complain so much about this generation of these Kool-Aid hair, want everything for free people, not the whole generation, but people in that generation. Sorry, don't want to lump you all together, but you know who I'm talking about, this particular group of people. They don't want to work. They want mommy, daddy, government to give them everything. Ooh, my feelings hurt. Welcome to the world as an adult. When you're a child, yeah, you're kind of coddled and loved on, and you got the support of the world. But you know what? As you come into adulthood, it's a dog world out there. I mean, your family loves you and supports you, but if you want anything good in your life, you're going to have to get out there and fight for it, work for it, dig for it, I mean, and you know what you get from that? You get self-respect. You get the respect of others. You get to look at yourself and say, hey, look at what I've accomplished. I'm being successful. I mean, the power of positive is awesome. And this dependent state of mind is defeating, and it's crippling, and it's negative, and there's nothing good about it. So I will still be bringing to you things like meditation, updates, health updates about our food, water, our drugs, things that I'm finding out in my research. Talking maybe a little bit more about yoga. That's been a real good thing. The meditation has really worked with me. I want to talk more about this 5-dimensional 5D. I'm learning more about that, and I don't know. I've been experimenting with meditation, and it's been pretty awesome. It takes a little bit of practice, and there's a lot of sources out there to help guide you if you need them, but we'll talk about that. And till next time, take care, America. God bless.